back here on another episode of Chicken Bone Alley. This is a pretty special episode for us, though, because we are on location today. Finally got up here to SRI Performance. So, anyway, I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, y'all?
And we got some special guests, so we're going to have a few rotating in and out. Tell us who we got here now.
Got Calhoun with SRI Performance.
Got Hut Strickland with Stock Car Steel.
Mr. Hut.
Sweet. How about it,
Well,
man?
how are y'all doing today?
Oh, pretty good. How about y'all, fellas?
Yep.
Man, it's been a little ride up here. About, 2.5 hours?
Yeah, it's not too far for us.
Down there in Florence, South Carolina. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Right near Darlington, you know.
Yeah, we're not too far from here. So, anyway, we're going to get into it. Calhoun, tell us what you do with SRI up here.
So I do SRI Performance. We sell new and used parts. I work mainly with the used parts side, but do a little bit of everything. And I used to work for Performance a few years ago, so I know a little bit of that side as well. So I can help out the supplies guys, but for the most part, I just do the used parts.
Awesome. Well, what's going on special over there these days?
Oh, a lot, man. We got all kind of parts coming in and out. I know with the new NASCAR change, we'll have a whole lot of the car change. We'll have a whole lot of new used parts coming in. But yeah, we get all kind of cool stuff in all the time. We got the other day, we bought a lot of fabrication equipment actually. So we had lathes, we had brakes, Bridgeport machines, all kind of fabrication equipment. You know that a race team had just, I guess they got some new equipment or something, so they sold us the old equipment, and we turned around and sold it. And shoot, we got it about 2 weeks ago, and it's almost all gone. So it's stuff don't sit on the shelf for very long.
That's good stuff. Bristol Mills and all. That's what we use back at work. Yeah.
Sterling, come here and buy some of that.
Yeah, I'd love to. Absolutely right.
Cabinets and storage stuff. So I mean, it's everything, man.
Wow, so that's cool. So a lot of the Cup teams, like you said, the car of this year, next year is going to go down, I would assume, to ARCA at that point, right? I guess.
What you mean, like?
I know a lot
As
of
far
times
as-
you used to kind of use the Cup car stuff with ARCA.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Because I know y'all would kind of sell
You
some
mean
of that
like
stuff
once they
over
get a
to
new
you?
one, they'll
Right,
transfer?
right.
Probably so. I imagine Xfinity and the lower series will probably start going to that. I don't know for sure, but if they do, we got some parts for them.
Plenty of them. Come get them.
That's right.
Also over here, like you just heard, we got the legend himself, Mr. Hut Strickland.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I
It's
believe
definitely
it.
that. It's definitely that. Well, tell us what you do over here.
Well, I'm not here. I'm at the sister company at Stock Car Steel. We sell all the steel and aluminum to probably 90% of the NASCAR teams. We have a wonderful business there, good salesmen, and over there, a lot of great workers there, and we work our tails off every day taking care of our customers, and it's a good business to be in. It's been a great company to work for. I've been there almost 5 years, and the company is just really seems to have grown year after year, and it's a real solid company, and we take care of our customers when they order stuff, and we deliver, and no extra charge, and it's just, like I said, it's just a great company to work for. We like seeing races at Talladega. I get
a lot of business.
Yeah, a lot of business after Talladega. Not as good after Bristol as it used to be, but still, nonetheless, we like it when. We don't like to see anybody wreck by no means, but it's still good for business when they do.
Speaking of, you having the racing background that you do, is that crazy for you to see also that now they beat up cars more at Talladega and Daytona than they do at Bristol?
Well, I think I attribute a lot of that to the safety of the cars now. Back in my day when we wrecked, it hurt. Now these guys wreck. They get out and they want to talk about it. And
They
feel
don't
good.
know how to be scared. do
No.
they?
The race cars now are just so safe. I mean, it's the thing like happened with Newman at Daytona. The guy never should have lived through that. I mean, let's be real. But with all the new cars, the cars that they have now, it's just the safety factor is so much better. And it's bad it took the star of our sport to get killed in order to make the changes happen. But The one death from him, has really made it a safer sport for hundreds. And not just at the cup level, but even at the short track level. That we see. Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, and speaking of, you were just talking about Newman and stuff. What was there steel in that car from?
Oh yes.
Stock car
Oh
steel?
yes. Yep. Yeah, Roush is one of our big customers. We go to them every day, take them steel and aluminum and
Awesome.
all sorts of products.
That's cool. That's what's so cool about this company to me. Between SRI and Stock Car Steel, I mean, it's everything for racing. I mean, and all these teams use it. I mean, it's so cool.
It really is. It sure is.
Yeah, it's a great tie. When you have them, what builds the cars, you sell that, and then you sell the bolt-on stuff. We at Stock Cars Little. This new car that's coming out, we're not for sure what's going to happen with that as far as for our business, but nonetheless, I mean we're solid in getting more into the industrial type stuff too. So
Definitely so.
we'll still be a solid company, and we're not sure, like I said, when this new car comes out, what's going to happen. We're hoping they buy their metal from us to build that, and but we're prepared either way.
Speaking of the industrial stuff, Sterling,
Yeah.
you got an order you want to put in?
I need to do it. I really do.
Let me get my notebook out.
Exactly right. Speaking of industrial stuff, I mean, structural steel, what all do y'all, I mean, I know it's primarily stock car related, racing related, but what all do y'all supply there?
Anything. Yeah,
Bronze, whatever.
We a lot of stuff we don't have in stock. We can get right away. For the different stuff. We have some bronze in stock, not a lot. Stainless, we have, getting more and more stainless. We still, don't have a killer stock like we'd love to have, but we still. I mean, we're all into now. We got about all the steel tubings and any kind chrome moly to mild steel to welded tube.
Right.
Cheaper stuff. If somebody wants that for building backyard stuff or
Beer
anything,
stand, whatever.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. We're also into the plastics, and we sell the plastic Delrin.
Okay. UHMW, all that.
All the plastic sheets, and a lot of people don't know we do that.
Absolutely not.
And,
No.
and then we sell even the wire mesh to build the for the grills or for the barbecue grills. We even
Expanded
sell that
metal,
expanded
whole
metal,
nine
all
yards.
of it. Yep.
Cool.
So we try to keep a big stock of pretty much the general stuff that
What you need.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people do not know that. I didn't know that for sure.
Yeah.
But that's really cool to know. So definitely everybody check out Stock Car Steel and Aluminum for sure for anything you might need. Does not have to be racing related by any means, but
Nope.
definitely check them out.
Well, all right. Well, Calhoun, I got a question for you.
All right.
I got a little dirt street stock that I'm trying to put together here.
Mm-hmm.
What all? I know you're talking about a bunch of used parts and all the performance parts over there. What kind of parts you see guys come in here? And
I hope you got some
get off
spray
your
paint.
shit? Yeah, you want to do some spray paint for that thing. It's ugly. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's ugly right now. Whew, it's been a project. It's gonna be a project. But what you guys got for the regular Saturday night racer over there?
We got all kind of stuff, man, and we see a lot of people come in that are smaller racers and a lot of vintage guys as well. We see a lot of, but we got the rear gears for them. We got suspension pieces. We carry Draco brand springs, and they're an awesome spring from what I've seen so far. We got all kind of stuff. Control arms. Let's see. Pretty much anything you're going to want for the car, we got. Safety equipment. We even carry the fire suits, helmets, restraints, all that kind of stuff as well. Yeah.
When we get done with this podcast, I'm gonna have to walk over there and
Yeah,
my
come on,
order
man. Get you in the fitting room over there.
Exactly
there we
right.
go. Well, that is awesome, and it's so cool to be up here. And I think we got a few more. We're gonna rotate in here, but we sure appreciate y'all coming on
Yeah,
here.
thanks,
today.
fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
We
Thank
appreciate you guys having us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank y'all.
It's so awesome to be up here, and glad to finally get in here and do all this. And thank y'all so much for y'all's time, and appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right, got a couple more guys here in the seats here. If y'all will, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Chad Elliott, SRI Performance. I run the engine department here.
And I am Jordan Hewlett. I run the SRI Supplies sales counter.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, we got a, we was just talking a little while ago, we got an Elliott in the engine department. It's not the same Elliott, but good enough. Tell us about your deal over there.
Well, but I'll shout out to Ernie, who is a really good customer of mine. So, we love them boys down in Georgia too. But actually, my father was Harold Elliott. He built engines in NASCAR from the early '70s up into the early '90s for Junior Johnson in the '70s, Cale and Darrell, Tim Richmond, Blue Max Racing, and Rusty Wallace 27 car. And then retired at Penske when they started Penske South. So that's kind of where I got my tutelage on engines and engine parts. Had a really good teacher, and was fortunate enough to work with Robert and Doug Yates. We're still very involved with those guys here at SRI. And then Greg Fernelli at SRI took over the Roush Yates Parts Company, and I came along with it on the engine side.
That's sweet. As far as the engine side over there, what all do y'all actually do engine wise? I mean, I know there's tons of parts out there for sale, but what do you do engine wise over there? Well,
a lot of what we do on the engine side, a majority of the parts we sell are brand new. Your high end racing gaskets from Comatic, coated engine bearings. We're also the nationwide distributor for Del West's titanium valve train products. We sell racing springs, comp cams. We help engine builders and everyday builders, get the right cam in their car, the right valve spring, the right valve train. We have a lot of experience and knowledge from everything from NHRA Nitro Racing. We work with Schumacher Racing, John Force. Hut earlier mentioned, stock car steel. We actually opened a location in Indianapolis called SRI Indy. Now we have a lot of the high-end top fuel funny cars are now being built with steel out of North Carolina from stock car steel.
It's got to be some good steel to stand 10,000 horsepower. Sure.
Well, we sell all kinds of different materials, but we do sell a brand called Pro Moly, which is a very high-end chrome moly steel for building race cars. Very good for building dirt cars, cup cars, and also the drag race cars. The difference for a drag race car, like a top fuel or funny car, they don't have the same suspension that a circle track car would. So there's no springs, there's no shocks. The actual steel in the chassis are
got the flex and
the suspension for the car. So a high-end chrome moly that will stretch without yielding is better suited for that type of racing as well. So we actually are experts in that area, and we have a really good team in Indy that works with those guys. I got off on a little bit of a tangent there. My expertise is engines, but at our company we sell everything. I mean,
racers are racers, no matter what.
Yeah,
it takes all parts.
Got to have all of it. That's for sure. Yeah.
So touching back on the engine side, we do like a lot in NHRA, obviously a lot in NASCAR, and of course dirt racing. Sprint car, dirt modified, late models. We got engine builders all around the country that buy new products from us. We also rep and sell a lot of the Ford stuff from Roush Yates. We're their exclusive dealer on their used parts. We also sell the used FR9 Cup engines. We have those in stock here and all the accessories for them. And we also sell the older Ford's racing heads, the D3 racing heads from Ford, the intake manifolds, and we have kind of agreement with Roush Yates to sell their technology, so their rocker systems, their ports and programs, camshaft lobe designs that they ran in the past.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to find out what they're doing now. That's right.
Yeah. Let's be real clear. Yeah. But they're really good to us. They're one of our manufacturers that we support. But we also do Chevrolet. We do a lot of LS stuff, a lot of big block drag racing stuff, Mopar stuff. So we're not just locked into Ford or Chevy, but if you need help with your sport compact, give us a call. We have some experience with Nissans and Subarus, and we understand engines here. We got a real good team of technical guys.
I just need to know how to make my stock V8 street stock. Not so stock V.
He's the man to talk to.
There we go.
do that too,
There we
yeah.
go. We can
Well,
figure that out.
I think there's a few things that we could do. Of course, not going to say that my late father didn't know a few illegal things to do over years back in the day.
Well, it's not illegal till you get caught.
That's exactly what he used to say.
That's exactly right.
A little bit different nowadays.
Well, cool. Well, Jordan, you tell us what's your deal around here?
Well, I do the supply side. We actually had another location over in Talbot Point, and we just moved into this store back in June, and so we're trying to get situated in this big old building with Chad and Hut and Cal and those guys. But I do your grinding, your industrial side of things, your roll locks, fasteners, cam locks, your VHB double-sided tape. I mean, from jet nuts to you name it, nuts and bolts wise.
Okay.
I'm
Man, I don't
here
know
to
how
help.
to keep up with all these parts right here.
It's tough, but man, like Chad was saying, we've got a great owner that helps us. He expects a lot from us, but he treats us right, and that's why there's so many people here that love coming to work every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely so. And like we always say, the racing family is just one big dysfunctional family.
Oh,
anyway.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about SRIs. Whether you're in racing or industrial, either way, you can come here and get everything you need.
Yeah,
I mean, you honestly can. Like you said, grinding discs, grinders, whatever, you can get it. That's really cool.
I mean, like Hut was saying, you can get your steel.
Yep.
You can go to Chad, get your engine. You can come to me and get your nuts and bolts.
It's
and
race
you
car
got a
Walmart.
race car.
It's a race car at Walmart. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yep.
That's our kind of Walmart.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm telling you. Oh man, that's awesome. Well, Chad, get back over you a minute. What y'all got? I know y'all run a lot of specials and all this stuff with the engine stuff. What's the big item right now over there?
Well, right now until the end of the year, we're running a 5% off of all Del West products. They also have what's called a fast track line where they can do an expedited titanium valve. And right now the lead time's about 15 days. We're doing a discount there, knocking $10 a valve off of that. We're also running a special on Maxima oil. 10% off. Now that's about to run out here in the next few days, but they're one of our main oil partners that we work with. We also work with other brands that we have great pricing on, like Lucas, Joe Gibbs Oil, Valvoline Pro V. We pretty much carry the high-end racing parts that racers need. Now we also do the mid-level stuff as well for your everyday street strip guy that's working on his Mustang on Saturday in his garage. But we can do either or. We got guys that are well versed in helping the local street racer or the very, very top professional racer as well.
That's absolutely. Well, Jordan, same thing over to you. What y'all got going on over at Supply Side right now?
Man, everything.
That's been a little hectic the past couple months, hasn't it?
Yeah, we're running a detail special right now with it getting cooler. We got some 3M products and compounds, polishes, buff and pads to get your car looking good for street car, race car, get it looking good for the winter time. So that way when you pull the cover off this winter, get ready for spring, it'll look new as a diamond.
There we go.
Sweet.
There we go. Well, Chad, I know we was talking a little bit. Let's get back into some old stories we was talking about there. I know you was talking about, with Kale and all them old guys. How did you, I know your dad was an engine builder, great engine builder, but how were you introduced into the sport yourself?
Well, it's kind of ironic. We were talking earlier. By the way, my hero race car driver is Cale Yarborough. Hands down, no neck Cale, a driving fool. My daddy took me to my first race, 1977 or 8, Southern 500. First time I ever been to a race. We won the race. Flossie Johnson carried me down pit road. stuck me on the hood of the car in Victory Lane, and the hood bowed up so bad because it was aluminum. Junior Johnson looked over and said, "Get that youngin' off of that car." And she looked right at him and said, "You ought not be cheating anyway." And I looked at my dad and I was like, "This is pretty cool. Can I come next week?" So I just started, I fell in love with it right there. Of course, I thought we were supposed to win every time, but unfortunately that's not the case. I do have one funny Cale Yarborough story, because I always used to ask Dad, who was the worst guy to drive for? I'm not going to mention who that is. Don't want to make anybody mad here, but who's your favorite driver? He's like, "Oh, easy, Cale Yarborough." I was like, "Why is that?" He's like, "Because he never complained about how the car ran. He just drove harder. I'll just drive it harder." And he did. He was a driving son of a gun. Our family vacation every year was spent at Daytona for a Firecracker 400 for obvious reasons. And my father used to be the sign guy. He used to put the guy with a sign out there, the guinea pig.
Bravest guy on the pit crew.
Yeah. Back then they didn't have pit road rules, so it was the big Olay like a bullfighter. But anyway, it was really, really hot that day, as it always was. Back then they ran during the middle of the day on the 4th of July. Yeah. It was the 4th of July race. Cale called in and said, "Hey, can you tell Harold," that was my dad's, Harold Elliott, "to take that water hose on pit road and spray it down my back after he stops the car." Well, Dad didn't think that hose had been wrapped up sitting there all day in the Daytona sun, and he sprayed him with that scalding hot water, and he keyed the radio pulling off the pit road. And tell Harold I'm kicking his butt after the race. He just scalded me to death.
I bet so.
He went on to win that race, by the way. Scalded to death on the back, but he was a tough son of a gun.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he definitely was. Still is, even at his old age. He's still a tough old man. Well, cool, man. Jordan, how did you get in racing?
Man, I've always watched it on TV. And then one of our engine builders here in Mooresville, Chad knows him real well. He actually got me my first job at Evernham Motorsports at the engine shop.
Earl Raymond?
Maybe.
Come on, give Earl a plug.
Yeah, Earl MFR Racing. He got me my job at Evernham, and I worked in the QC department there in 07, 08, and that's when the economy took a dive. So being the new guy there, I was probably the first ones to go, but I've always had a love for it. And then I interviewed here and actually met one of the engine builders at Evernham, Jim Anderson, who got me my job here.
Wow.
I actually worked at Performance for about 2.5, 3 years, and thought I'd seen a greener grass on the other side of the fence, and it took me about 7 months to realize that it was not greener. And was fortunate enough to come back, and I'm at SRI Supplies now, and don't plan on leaving anytime soon. I love it here.
That's absolutely awesome, and that's why we like to go, guys. I mean, like you said, I mean, the grass is real green on this side.
Oh yeah,
and
it's all good people for sure.
Good people.
Yeah.
Everybody we've been fortunate enough to talk with has been great to talk to. Great for us on the show here, and we appreciate y'all more than y'all know. I'm telling you, it's
we appreciate
awesome,
you guys,
awesome relationship,
and obviously all the customers and everybody that does everything for us. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
Definitely so, and all y'all customers out there. Do remember, you can still order it online. Put in your promo code CBONE10. Get you 10% off all your all the stuff you need for your car. And Chad, Jordan, we sure appreciate y'all giving us some time here, and it's been great. We definitely gonna have to do this again.
Yeah, anytime.
Absolutely.
We appreciate y'all having us.
And we appreciate it, and we definitely gonna have to hear some more stories.
We got more. Got some good Earnhardt ones.
There we go. Well, cool deal, guys. Thank y'all so much for coming on, and we appreciate it again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, next up here in the chairs, we have the entire Turse family. Matt Sr., Matt Jr., and we got to introduce Mom and Sister over here.
Hello, how y'all doing?
What's going on?
How's it going?
What's up?
Hey, guys. We have my beautiful wife, Julia Turse, here, and my beautiful daughter, Isabella Turse. And my other daughter is not here because she lives in Georgia, but her name is Jessica.
Awesome. Sweet. And also, we got Matt Turse Jr. over here. What's going on, Stalker?
Hi.
What you been up to? You racing some?
Yes, I just raced last Saturday, I think.
Sweet.
Doubleheader.
Better. Well, before that, how's school going this year?
Good.
It was a little strange this year with all
Yes.
you having a school from home, or where are you schooling from?
I'm going to school, but only for 2 days a week, and then I get 5 days off for the entire week.
That's a mess.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's hard to stay focused, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you think about racing all the time.
But it makes it easy to work on race cars and stuff.
Exactly.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Nobody has time for school or work when we got to work on race cars.
Who's worried about that?
Who needs all that?
Absolutely.
We all need that. Is if we want to race, that's exactly what we need.
Yes, sir.
Well, cool. All right. Well, Stalker,
Yes.
you said you raced last weekend.
Yeah.
Well, before even we get in last weekend, let's go farther back than that.
Okay.
We're getting towards the end of the year here.
Yeah.
How you sum up your entire year?
Well, I'm going to sum up what I'm going to do this race.
How you
Well,
been
just
the whole
just
year?
how's it been the whole?
Oh,
how
good.
do you think you've progressed the whole year? How do
And-
you think you've you started off the year here? Do you think you've gotten better as the years went on? As
Yeah.
the year has gone on.
Yeah, I mean, on Tuesday night I got 4th in points, and on Saturday nights I'm playing for the 3rd or 4th position. So I think my racing's been going well.
Sweet, that's awesome. Awesome. Well, what you think about it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is his first season in senior Honda. He's probably the youngest driver in his class, and he's outperformed his race car, which is good, and 2, he's really been a student of the game. So he's practiced, more than he ever has before, and for him to come into the class where it's the most competitive class that we have out there. We were all a little bit nerved up in the beginning, and kind of the instructions were, let's just race, let the chips fall where they will. And he did that for all of one race, and then he went and did his thing, and he, his name's Stalker for a reason, because he's very analytical. He's a thinking dude. So even if he's in the back, he's thinking about, there's plenty of these photos where I see he's racing and looking 2 turns ahead.
That's right.
And so, long story short, is I'm very, very impressed and happy with what he's done for his first season in senior Honda.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
That's awesome. What? As far as quarter midgets, how are you liking them? Is it something you want to keep on pursuing, the quarter midgets? I know we've talked earlier in the year about you maybe wanting to move to dirt and stuff. Is quarter midget something you want to keep on doing for a while, or do you want to make that move to dirt? How you feeling about it?
I think I'll stay in quarter midgets, but for a while. But if I get a dirt ride, I'll take it. But I think I'm gonna keep doing quarter midgets for about 2 years or something, 3 years. But if I get a dirt ride, I'll take it.
You can't turn it down.
Hey, you can do both. What's wrong with that?
and we have done some of that this year. I think, how many races you ran in dirt this year? 5?
3 to 4.
3 to 4? Yep. Well, a couple Millbridge and a couple out of town, so you're right, probably 4. Yeah. So he does love the dirt. He loves it. He loves sliding that car around, and he's natural at that. And as a matter of fact, the last couple races we've had on pavement with the quarter midgets, we've had to loosen his car up because he is used to the rear end, slinging out there. And
I was just going to say there was a famous crew chief named Harry Hyde. He said loose is fast and on the edge of out of control.
Amen. That's right. That's right. Get it right to where you're about to lose control, but you're still in control.
See, I was the same way when I raced go-karts. I could not stand a tight go-kart.
Yeah.
I had to have it loose. I had to have it loose to drive. Had to have it free. Not, I couldn't drive it.
Well, I really believe, before you go on, I really believe that, especially in the younger age, growing up, learning, I think you learn car control on dirt better.
No doubt.
I really believe than on asphalt. I ran asphalt for a little while, and it's totally different. Even running go-karts is totally different. So it's good to run both. It's good to learn both. Sure.
Yeah, and he's able to, he can maybe elaborate on this, but he's now able to really get out of the car and tell us what the condition of the car is. And at 10 years old, that's that's A, hard, but 2, once you got a grip on that as a 10-year-old and you can provide that feedback to us and his crew chief, then that's really important for race day.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Definitely so. Well, Julia, Mom,
Yes.
what's your thoughts on this whole racing thing? Crew chief.
I love it. I really, really love it. And at first, I was nervous as a mom, and I, saw the cars going very fast in a circle, and it made me very nervous. But knowing Matthew and how he has control, and knowing how he understands the car and what it does, I was fine. The first time he flipped, I was pretty shaken up by it, but you know what? Honestly, now, even if there is something that happens, I don't freak out like I did when it first happened. I realize how safe he is. I'm the one who actually straps him in every race most time, unless I'm not there. So I know that he's strapped in. I know how tight I pull those straps. So he is basically glued to that seat. And the cars are actually they're safe. So I trust the equipment, and I know how much thought even goes into the younger drivers. And so with knowing how well, just even seeing pictures of him driving that a great photographer takes at the track, and his eyes, the car is facing this way, and he's completely already looking at the next turn, like the way his eyes are. So the fact that I know he already has that much awareness around him, I love being out there. I love being at the track. I love the race days, everything. It's just a family environment, and we just have so much fun doing it.
That is sweet. That's awesome. That's what I used to love about it is,
Oh, yeah.
Me and my dad used to like to fight at racetrack.
Oh, Lord. We get starters thrown at us and stuff for not cleaning tires.
We didn't clean tires right.
What are you doing?
But those are times in my life even now, and I know you'll look back at it one day, Stalker, and you'll just realize how great those times are with your parents out there at the racetrack.
Absolutely.
Because it's so cool.
Yes.
So, anyway, this last race you had in the quarter midget there, I know there was it was a double hitter, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How'd you finish in those races?
Well, in the first race, I was second, and then something just happened to my car. I got trash on it, and then it just wouldn't turn. It was all over the place. It was bad. But on the second race,
You finished 5th in that race.
yeah. And in the second race, so we went out, we did a lot of laps, passed some people, and then there's one lap there's a crash. I went off.
Well, that's what I want to talk to you about there. I know we saw all the posts on Twitter and everything, and when that crash happened, supposedly, I saw it said it had the checker flag in her hand and the yellow flag in her hand, and there was a lot of carts that went off, right?
Yeah.
And so you started back. I know they let you come back on the track, and you started back where?
Second to last, 9th or 8th.
Yeah.
So way back in the field, and it was basically a green-white checker, correct?
It was.
Yeah, they kind of did it wrong. It would just, as soon as it went green, the next lap would just be checkered, so kind of did it wrong.
Okay. But you made it all the way back up to third.
Rolling.
Nice. How tell me how you focused on that to get back up to third.
When I was in last, I didn't think of a crash happening like 5 times, so I was just going to try to get this car in front of me. But then when another crash happened in the front, so I was 6th or 5th at that point. And then when there's another crash happening, I was 4th. And that's when I was trying to actually get competitive there, because you never know what could happen.
That's right.
That's right. Never give up.
And what'd you do in turn 3? You sent your car in, and what was your mindset when you ripped it into turn 3? Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, type of thing.
I mean, yeah.
Checkers
Just
or records.
going for it.
Yeah.
That's it. Checkers or records. Go for it. Send it.
He takes pride in his car, so he's not the driver that's just gonna mid race just beat and bang for the heck of it. He'll lay back if he has to. But I was pretty impressed with a couple moves in that race, and to go back with that, it was a yellow with the checkered flag, and what at the end of every race, they wave the checkered and they hit the yellow, so the lights come on and everything.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened. I spoke with the flagger after, and he said, "My fault. I had the checkered in my hand. I shouldn't have had it in my hand." So the only reason he was even allowed back on the tracks because he exited under yellow.
Gotcha.
So they put him back there. But man, I'll tell you what, because we had fourth, I think it was, locked up, and for him to go off the track and it come back on, they had to put him in the tail end, second to last. But everybody started beating and banging, and you were able to slide through and then do your thing.
Yes.
So you never know, right? Like we've had races where first or second, and we got this locked up podium, and then something happens and you finish seventh. This one was the opposite. What are we gonna do with 1 or 2 laps to go when we're starting in the rear?
Right.
It worked out.
Do what you can.
Yep.
That's all you can do.
Give up.
Amen.
Do what you can do. Well, also, like I said just a minute ago, and I am sorry, I just forgot the name. We got Matt's sister in here. What's your name again? I'm sorry. Izzy. There we go. Let's get Izzy
Come
over
here,
on the
Izzy.
microphone real fast.
Come on.
Yes.
Izzy, what do you think about all this racing stuff?
I think it's overwhelming a little times, and sometimes it's just that. It's just amazing, and sometimes it's scary. I personally watch all those races because my friend also races there. So me and her, we usually sit up at the tower or on the fences, and we just pray to God that he'll get top 3 or something, or top 4.
That's right.
And I admit that the race that you guys are talking about, the second race was just crazy. Everyone was screaming at the end, and he somehow slid his way into third when there was like 4 or 5 cars an inch from the checkered line. We screamed.
Do you get nervous up there watching him?
Yes.
How old are you?
11.
So you're just a little bit older.
Yep.
And so it's kind of nerve-wracking watching your little brother out there
Yep.
getting in some hairy situations sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could imagine. Oof.
I'll add a little something there with Izzy. She actually enjoys racing herself. And she has raced at K1 speed, right? Mm-hmm. And what do you think about you racing personally? Do you think you'll ever, or are you going to stick with your horses? What are you going to do?
I admit I do horse racing also, and I recently got something about horse racing. So I think I'll just, because my brother right now is like top, like out of 2 people, him and someone else was like top 1 at K1, and I'm just at my horse racing. And so I think after he moves on, I'll just take over K1 and horse racing. I think I'll just stay there and manage things at K1.
You're getting too fast for my liking
Awesome.
at K1 speed.
Getting too fast for your liking at
he's
K1
scared.
speed?
I think he's scared.
Very
I think
cool.
he might-
That's a compliment.
I think he might be a little worried about his.
Sounds like Stalker's a little worried.
I think so.
She's competitive.
Hey, I love horse racing, by the way.
Absolutely.
I love horse racing. My granddaddy used to horse race. Say, it's racing, right?
That's absolutely. Horses and horsepower, man.
Horsepower.
What's wrong with it?
What'd somebody tell us? Why can't your kids just play basketball at the YMCA? You picked the 2 most expensive sports to play.
I promise you.
No way.
Promise
Yeah.
you.
Our parents felt the same way. Don't
Yes.
worry.
Absolutely.
It was, but you know where your kid's going to be every Saturday after that.
Amen.
So anyway, all right, Stalker.
Yes.
Since we're moving towards the end of the year here, what's your plans for next year for 2021? I know hopefully we'll be back kind of on a normal schedule for everything because I know this year has been crazy.
Yes.
But so what you looking to do next year?
Getting a new car with a new paint job because my car is a little too big for a racetrack, so it's harder to pass people because those are short. They have shorter cars, and there's a difference between passing with that. So once we get like a shorter car and chassis, and we can just get a new car in the off season, and my goal for next season to get a win.
Oh, absolutely. You all over a win now, man. So I think you can handle that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You'll be right there for the championship next year. First points.
So definitely keeping up with quarter midget stuff. You looking forward? You looking to do any more dirt racing next year?
Uh-oh.
If I get offered one, yes, definitely.
There you go. We'll do some. Hopefully, get you back out here at Millbridge and running up and down the East Coast here, racing some dirt. You like those more outlaw style type karts?
Yes. Yeah, I actually do. Those are fun to ride in.
Well, let's put them on the spot then, since we're talking. What's a funner race? The dirt race or the quarter midget race?
Quarter midget races can get a little interesting like that last one, but dirt races are like, you never know what happens because dirt. Someone can just slide out before a checkered. Unlike quarter midgets, it's asphalt, so they're just gonna ride through it. And like when the wrecks happen, it's like it's like crazy. But when the like quarter midget wreck, they just like kind of spin out. They don't really slide through it as much because like I don't know why they do that, but.
Yeah.
I think dirt's more interesting.
What about the size of the track? Which size of the track do you prefer?
That's what I was fixing to say. Is those quarter midget tracks are so bull ring-ish.
They are.
And dirt tracks compared to the size of car, it's a lot longer lap time. So which one of those you like better?
Out the track between dirt and quarter midgets.
Yeah.
Oh well, I like dirt because it's bigger, longer. But the thing is, the laps are less. There's more laps on quarter midgets because it's smaller. But I still like dirt because it's a longer track. I don't like those little tracks that just go around. I like the big tracks because it gives you more time and it's fun.
Yeah.
Well, definitely concrete asphalt is definitely cleaner.
Yeah.
A lot cleaner than running dirt. But there's nothing like going in there and throwing that thing sideways in there as it starts. That's
right.
fun.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. Absolutely right, man. Well, we look forward to seeing you hopefully next year on asphalt or dirt, wherever. We're going to try to get over and see you some, man.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
Well, cool. Well, that's awesome. Well, I got another question.
Okay.
I know you follow a lot of racing. You like a lot of guys, and you're pretty knowledgeable about racing yourself. When you look at drivers, say any series, a NASCAR or dirt or whatever you want to look at, when you see, because you drive two different styles yourself, because you drive the quarter midget and then you drive a outlaw style kart, so you can drive multiple styles yourself. When you watch a professional driver, who do you like to watch? Who is your favorite driver to watch, and what kind of style do you like to see?
What kind of personality, style? What's your style? What fits you?
Are we talking about Cup or
Any of it.
Any of it.
Any of it.
Martin Turse Jr.?
Martin
Wow.
Jr. So you like to
TJ.
fish? He likes to fish. That's
Like
why he
to
likes
fish.
fish. There you go.
You like
Martin's
that?
cool dude, though. He is. He is.
What do you like about him?
On the track, he can be aggressive, very patient. When someone passes him, he doesn't nudge them or anything. He just goes right back to pass them. And he seems like a cool guy when he's off the track, goes fishing. I like him.
Cool.
Exactly.
We do a little bit of that.
We fish.
Yeah.
Go fishing with us.
There you go.
We'll
Come on, go
fishing.
fishing. We'll go offshore some. Come on.
He loves fishing. Yep, absolutely.
Oh, we love it too. I can't blame him. It's awesome. Well, cool. It is so cool to have y'all in here today, and I know we kind of run short on time. Being here in the SRI conference room here is pretty cool.
Wow, beautiful.
We got a lot of stuff around. We got a Kyle Larson race suit. Ricky Stenhouse. Who else we got over there?
Denny Hamlin, look like Austin Dillon, I think, over there.
Yes.
Michael Waltrip's
Golf bag.
golf bag. We got all kind of stuff over here. We got the fantasy football
Yeah, the Jim Brady Cup
What?
up here.
Jim
Jim Brady
that.
Cup
That's
trophy
awesome.
over here. That's pretty.
And,
That's a pretty big deal.
Guy y'all heard on here just a little while ago, Chad Elliott. He
He's won like
He's
last.
won a couple.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of his names, or his name is on there a couple of times.
This is a sick
pretty
little living room, you guys.
Sick little living room.
I'm telling you,
I like it too.
I wish I had a
can
living
spend more
room
time
like
in
this.
here. I can spend a lot of time in here.
No
Nice
doubt.
things.
No, but we can't thank you all enough. When I told Matty Jr. Stalker over here about this opportunity, he was fired up. We get to go to SRI and we get to hook up with you guys
felt
and be
the
on the
same way.
podcast. I mean,
Absolutely.
really appreciate it. So, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate the beer.
You appreciate
Well-
being here?
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate it too, bud, and we look forward to seeing you grow in the sport and continue. You never know, man. You never know where you'll be in 6, 7, 8 years from now. You know, Ty Gibbs is what, 18? He just turned 18.
Yes. Yep.
And that's not too far away.
That's in
And
8 years.
Sam Mayer.
Yep.
Goes quick.
Mayer just turned 18. Well, he had
17,
turned
18,
He
somewhere
had
on
turned
there.
18.
Yeah.
He's got to wait till next year, but he's already got a ride with Junior Motorsports
That's right.
for their Xfinity team.
Yeah, that's the other last piece of the puzzle, really, that we didn't talk about, and I know we got to run, but is sponsorship. You guys know that's the thing for everybody, right? So we'll be hot on the trail in the off season. We pick back up in March once we finish off this season, unless we run some dirt. So that's going to be a big piece of the puzzle this off season.
Definitely, we got to get some. We got to get some sponsors rolling on the side of this new car, and on the we can get some dirt stuff together. We got to get some sponsorship together.
Absolutely.
Again, I know we talked about it on the last episode y'all were on, but again, tell us all the ways that anybody can get in touch with y'all. Or
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. So all of our social media handles are Team Turse Racing. We have a website, teamturseracing.com, right? www.teamturseracing.com. And our email address, which a lot of people hit us up on our email address. That's pretty cool. They just send us little notes and stuff. But teamturseracing@gmail.com. And that's about it. But we're always interacting with the fans, as you guys know.
definitely,
And love interacting with you guys. We share each other's posts, SRI, good times. So when y'all listen to the podcast, if you want to hit us up, we can definitely talk about sponsorships and anything else. One last thing. We're going to be having a big giveaway soon that I think y'all are going to be a part of. I know SRI is going to be a part of. So we're gonna have a pretty cool outside the box type of thinking on a giveaway. So
We're all in, man.
absolutely.
good deal. Well, it has been fun.
It is.
Like having you on here, Stalker,
Thank you.
and it's going to happen a whole lot more.
That's right, bud.
So get ready for it. And,
We'll look back here 5-6 years from now. We'll do some pictures side by side.
Well,
Stalker
5
on the
years
first
from
couple
now,
of
he's gonna be like,
podcasts.
hey, you remember them guys at Chicken Bone
Yeah,
Alley? Yeah,
I
we're
ain't
too
got
big to
time.
talk to you
No
now.
way. We ride with the guys that come on from the beginning, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's
Yep.
right.
Awesome deal. Awesome. Well, we're going to let y'all run here, and we sure appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to have y'all on again here real soon.
Very cool. Thank you guys so
y'all
much.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
All right, we got one more guest up with us this afternoon. We just talked her into getting on here.
Yeah, they did.
Like, literally just talked her in. We're like, sit down.
Yep, I had no choice in the matter, so I am here.
We got Miss Robin here. How do you pronounce your last name? I'm sorry.
Ficarelli.
Picarelli. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
was
like a
actually
racing
right.
name.
It does. It's
Picarelli.
very
It's
racing.
a nice New York Italian name.
It sounds racy.
It sounds
It
racing.
sounds Indie-ish.
What?
Indie.
Like
IndyCar.
Indy car.
cars. Oh.
Indie car-ish.
yeah.
Sorry, I should have put the car in there.
Yeah.
And I do love Indy racing, you know,
Well, there you
F1
go.
and all that. So
That's
it works. It's a
It
big
does.
package.
That's awesome. Well, Robin, tell us, as we have everybody else up here, tell us what you do here at SRI.
So I basically work in marketing. So anyone that contacts us through social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We just also started a TikTok, so everyone needs to go out and follow us on TikTok.
That's right. I do
Because
follow
it's awesome. We do contests. We actually just did a big decal contest on TikTok, and it's awesome. So anytime anyone has questions, comments, reach out to us through social media. you pretty much get me on the other end. Try to answer whatever questions from products, where we're located, to, you know, if we're going to be at certain tracks at certain times, or, you know, but a lot of it's product questions. Do we have this in stock? Do we have this used part in stock? I usually don't know. I don't know much about racing parts, but I'm learning and I'm trying, and the guys
you know
here,
how to find the
I
answer, don't
do. The guys here know between 8 and 9 a.m. I'll come up to them. I ask all my questions for the day that I had from the previous day, and we get it done. So
That's awesome.
yeah, pretty much any marketing. So sponsorships, decal packs, you know.
Well, that's awesome
All
because
that.
we finally get to put a face with a social media.
Well, they're putting a voice
Well,
to the
putting-
social
putting
media
a
right
voice.
now.
We're putting a
Yeah,
face.
well, yeah.
We're putting a face, but yeah, y'all are all
It's all
putting a
coming
voice.
together here.
We'll find pictures.
Yeah, somewhere out there.
Somewhere.
No,
We're
I'm
gonna
the
find
one
a picture.
taking the pictures. I'm
She
never
won't
in
take
the
a picture with
pictures.
us. She won't take a picture with us. What's wrong with
No,
that?
no, not
So,
today.
so guys, when y'all see SRI sharing a post from Chicken Bone Alley, this is who puts it up.
Yes, first thing Thursday mornings. I even beat these guys to their own post in the mornings.
Absolutely.
8 a.m. Thursday mornings when I get into work, it goes Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The
just
three
glad-
of them shared straight out.
I'm just glad somebody's on top of it.
That's what I do.
Hey, that's awesome. Well, again, Sasha, which wouldn't come on here with us.
could get her on.
But
Next
we'll get her.
time.
We'll get her
We're
next
gonna
time.
next time.
It's going to happen.
Without a doubt.
But Sasha and Robin here, we really do appreciate everything y'all do to
Thank
help
you.
us.
And same with you guys. The content that we get from your interviews and what you guys share every week is awesome. I love coming up with the captions for every Thursday. What I'm going to say, like, it's Thursday morning, like, let's do this. So it makes the job fun. Coming in, I know Thursday mornings are going to be my Chicken Bone Alley mornings, and that's how I
awesome.
start my day. I listen, I share, and I just, talk about it.
That's a fun way to start today.
It
Maybe
is. Someday it
Some
usually
days.
comes with a cup of coffee. I
Well,
have to
yeah,
have
you
that
need
with
that.
it.
I
So.
need that.
See, that's what happens to me. That's why you beat me to it. I guess I'm just later get my cup of coffee.
Yeah, I usually get my coffee around like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Oh,
I have, and of course it's, fall. I have to have my pumpkin spice coffee in
It's
the morning.
pumpkin spice
I
time
get that.
now.
Oh yeah.
It
So
is.
I start my day with Chicken Bone Alley and pumpkin spice. What an interesting
Cannot
combination.
get much better than that.
I
Yeah.
think that's the first time I've heard that
I love it.
combination.
Those two together at the same
Yeah.
time. I just need to throw on UGG boots and you got the whole
There you
package.
go.
That is
you will be
perfect.
totally basic.
Oh yeah, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
That's awesome.
Well, cool. Well, we're gonna go ahead and finish up this episode here, but we just want to tell y'all so much. Thank y'all for having us up here.
Yeah,
Thank you for
absolutely.
coming. It's great to have you guys up here to put, like you said, faces to voices that I've
Yep.
been hearing, and you guys get to see everything that we do offer here, which is,
Yep.
a lot of people don't realize what we have here.
There's so much
And
involved.
there really is. Like the first time I took a tour of this place, I was so overwhelmed. But there's just so much cool stuff, especially all our used parts,
Right.
which
Definitely
we want to let people know that we have those.
Plenty.
Definitely.
So please come up here, guys. Used
Come
parts. Come shop.
Hey, I'm looking forward to our tour.
Yes,
We're
we've
gonna
got the
tour
tour
this
now.
place here.
I'm not giving it, but there's a tour.
But we're going to get a tour. So, well, anyway, guys, thank y'all so much. Thank you, SRI, for having us. As always, www.sriperformance.com, www.stockcarsteel.com,
Yep.
and always
Don't forget about Embraco Springs.
And we've
You
got
never-
Indy too, SRI Indy.
SRI Indy. That's right,
Indy.com.
that's
We do
right.
have an SRI Indy website, which we just launched a few months ago, so that is brand new. So anyone listening to us in the Midwest area, please check them out, give them a call. They can ship locally, they can ship in that area.
Definitely.
And if you're in the Indianapolis area, I think they're in Brownsville or Brownsburg. I apologize, I don't know off the top of my head. But they're in that area. And so if you're up there with a race, check them out.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, guys, we appreciate y'all listening this week, and definitely this week, give SRI some love on all the social media accounts
And
Keep
TikTok.
and TikTok.
The new
I kinda
TikTok.
I kind of loop that in with social media
And
myself.
TikTok.
I guess it is.
But and TikTok, and we'll keep Robin busy on there. But again, we appreciate them having us up here. This has been awesome sitting here and seeing all this race memorabilia, and now we're gonna go check out some parts. So anyway, guys, we will catch y'all next week, and we will have a ton of content from
Everywhere. Millbridge,
from
Portsmouth,
Millbridge,
Hooters,
Portsmouth, because we're
wherever.
leaving here this afternoon. We're going to Millbridge. We're leaving there and leaving tomorrow morning, headed straight to Portsmouth for 3 days of racing.
All kind of racing. Legends cars.
Legend
Kale
cars,
up there.
modifieds.
Modifieds. Limited lates. Super lates. It's
And
going to be all kind of stuff
Lucas
going on.
Oil Super Late Model Series.
Excited about it.
Maybe we can get some interviews from some guys up there.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
So anyway, guys, we'll catch y'all next week.
Later.